You're like Sarah Palin, and I'm like Barack Obama. And your daughter, she's George Bush. Everything's her fault. Then who they blame? Me, the black man.
Hey yo, what's going on? I've fucking clicking around on YouTube and came across this Frank Lucas video. It says Karen attacks lady at Victoria's Secret. All right, let's go. Let's see what's going on with this Karen attack.
Oh God, no! Excuse. Now you. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Get the fuck out of here!
Do you see this? Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me. So recorded. No, why don't she walk away from me? No, I was here. No.
That's a grown-ass woman.
Oh, y'all better get this lady. Away from me. You're gonna get this.
She's so incoherent.
Security, look at this. Yes, can y'all get her away from me? Get her away from me. Oh, have mercy. Get her away from me.
This must be a new addition to the Negro Olympics, the Karen 400. You mean to tell me we got to start running away from these Karens now? And the other Karen in line talking about, why don't you just walk away? No, bitch, why don't you mind your motherfucking business? You see who the aggressor is in this situation? The fuck wrong with you? You know how skilled you got to be to run backwards from a Karen, accusing you of threatening her while she secretes white tears and keep her in the camera frame?
Man.
Black girls rock. Apparently, Victoria's Secret is launching an investigation into this. I don't know what there is to investigate. Anytime real racism happens to us, ain't no investigation or justice. So what does that mean? Y'all about to watch the video just like me? Instead of doing a reaction, they going to issue a statement. Right. Okay. You know how a pig squeals when you about to chop it into pieces? That's how she look and sound.
Wow.
Black lady wasn't even mad. She was laughing at the tomfoolery. She went through every step of the Karen pathology, didn't she? She cried, she kneeled, she passed out, came back, cried again, pointed, snitched, chased her. I'm surprised she ain't called the boys. That's the only thing left to do in this situation.
100 niggas round, only one of y'all are real.
Hey. There are people out there playing the victim every day. This is another reason why I don't like watching the news. You know what I mean? And I say this a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? These news channels, they only have 4, 5, 6 topics that they really want to report on that's going to get ratings for them each hour. So you know whenever your local news comes on, you know what I mean? It's kind of like out of everything that happened to your city, they're only going to show the few things that you see. And it's broken down into sports, weather, and politics, basically. You know what I mean? So you're only going to stay in those few categories, but there's so much more going on that you're not reporting. We, the people, have to report our own news out here. And where do we post our videos? YouTube, World Star Hip Hop, and other, platforms. But it has to go viral before it can go national. You know what I mean? Is our national news teams going to see this on the internet and put it on the news tonight? I doubt it. Is anybody on the local news going to see this video and put it on the news tonight? I doubt it. And if you're not from that state, are you ever going to know about it? I doubt it. Can't stand the news, man. But look, check it. It bothers me that you got people out there with mental abuse. That woman did the same thing that a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old little girl would do. You seen the shit. Did you see how she swung at her? For one, it took no athleticism to do that shit. Did you see the way she backed up? She backed up looking around for people. Looking around for people. Look at how she's holding herself. Like, oh my God, you're bothering me type shit. And she's the aggressor. She's the fucking aggressor in the shit. Then she breaks down. Don't put the camera on me. And breaks down. Okay, now this is, I would say this. This is what really fucks me up about this video. This is Victoria's Secret. I thought Victoria's Secret was full of lingerie and sexy shit. What the fuck kind of store do she belong in? She don't belong in no damn Victoria's Secret. Sandals with socks on? Are those even socks? Those ain't even socks. That's just pale feet. Ew. And this chick, is there anything sexy about this shit? Is there anything sexy about this shit? You threw on some clothes to go to Victoria's Secret to get sexied up for somebody later on? People's idea of sexiness and beauty is way the fuck out there. Is to a whole nother extreme to think that some of these people are sexy. Now wait a minute, I take that back. I'm not gonna be like that because everybody has to feel comfortable in their own skin. So excuse me, I take that back. I really do. I really do. I ain't the best looking and I ain't the ugliest. You know what I mean? I really ain't. So I take that back. But even you, if you're watching this video, can look at these women and be like, make your own opinion about whether they deserve to be seen in some lingerie, doing some sexy, sexy shit. That's not my cup of tea, man. It's not my cup of tea. Back to the topic of this mental issue. When she was running around the store, she was blurting out shit that was like completely non-understandable. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. Just a bunch of shit. Look, she's just completely having a fucking fit. Face turned red, all that shit. And she's just in motion, coming after her. Now, if it wasn't for this other brown woman right here getting in between them, it's kind of like she stopped. Like, she knew that she wasn't going to be able to push that woman out the way. And she knew she wasn't going to be able to get around her without any physical contact. That's a mental issue. Behavior, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it changed. Because she knew that if she touched this other woman in any other kind of way, it would be a whole nother issue. So she knows right from wrong. And when you come across people who know right from wrong, what kind of excuse can you give them for doing some fucked up, stupid ass shit? What else can you say? They gotta have some type of mental issue. There's gotta be something that disconnects mentally. Because if you have the ability to know what's right from wrong, but yet there's just certain things that you are still willing to do that crosses the line of what's right and what's wrong, then you got some kind of fucking issue, man. I'm gonna get off this video, man, because I can go on. As a matter of fact, this is my second time making this video. The first time I tried to make this video, I couldn't even get this far into the video without my shit fucking up. So, I'm just now getting to the point where, I was able to, go through the whole video. But it's just fucked up, man. I got to see more this time, and it pisses me off, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't like being a target. And I've been a target my whole fucking life. The reason why I say I've been a target my whole life is because I'm a young, brown-skinned male. My mother told me when I was younger that I don't have the same liberties as everybody else. My safety is not the same as everybody else. I'd have to always be careful when I'm outside of the home. I have to always make sure that I don't, you know what I'm saying? I have to always be careful walking around vehicles in parking lots. Always have to be careful who stops on the road near me while I am out walking around or playing, because kids get snatched up all the time. My mother warned me about this shit, and I'm glad she did, and I'm glad I paid attention. I had never been snatched up. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell this story, and I'm gonna get off of here. I was at this school in California, and they pulled me out of class. I think I was in maybe preschool, kindergarten, first grade. Maybe first grade. I think it was first grade. Pulled me out of class, took me to the principal's office. Talked to me about some shit that I didn't understand. Only thing I knew is that they asked me to pull my shirt up to allow them to, you know, look at my skin to see if there was any bruises or marks on me. I, in turn, ran. And when I got home, let my mom know what was going on. My mom went up to the school and had a motherfucking fit. That's as much as I know about the story. Come to find out that, you know, there was investigations going on about, you know, about kids, you know what I'm saying, and what you call it, child abuse cases in local areas, whatever. And as an adult right now, it's fucked up that city laws, or just the city period, does so many things in order to get money. You know what I'm saying? You have your governor, your mayors, you have your city elects, and they are all in this money scheme. And the biggest money scheme, or not the biggest, but one of the money schemes, is foster care homes, and these other living centers. It's like well, the other branches of welfare, the other branches of child welfare. You know what I'm saying? They're all trying to get money. So when a kid is taken away from its parents and put into foster care or whatever the fuck, the city gets money. And even though those foster care parents are getting paid to have that child in, they're only getting paid pennies compared to what the government gives these cities to keep these programs going. It's fucked up. It's a monopoly for this shit. And I almost got caught up in that monopoly. You know what I mean? But if I had been an ignorant ass kid, I would have brought more trouble to my family. And I probably would end up in the system and shit, based off of some shit of me not knowing this, or me not paying attention, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Some crazy shit, man. Growing up in the 70s and growing up in the 80s, there's a lot of shit going on that that people, you know what I'm saying, are not aware of. So you gotta believe that growing up in the 50s and growing up in the 60s, there was even more shit going on. Because during those times, you know what I mean, we as a people really didn't have rights. You know what I mean? Our only safety came from being in our own community. So, man, it's the way that he's holding his head right there. You know what I mean? I see him and I'm just shaking my head because I'm remembering how this nation is. You know what I'm saying? And you look at this video and you're like, what changed? Maybe their age? But that woman behind the camera might have been the same age as that Caucasian woman. And just think of when they were kids. Just think of 30 years ago. If these two women are in their 30s or their late 20s, just think 20 to 30 years ago. This is 2020. So think, 1990 to 2000, how things was in this country. To allow your kids to have seen whatever they've seen and to develop the way that they have in order to be the adults that they are now. You know what I mean? 1990s to the 2000s. This is after the crack epidemic that happened in the 80s. So you gotta understand the history. In the 80s, crack came through. Crack came through and it fucked up the grandparents and it fucked up the parents. Women were getting pregnant because they was getting raped and they were selling their bodies for crack and being under the influence of crack. So if you was born in the 80s, 10 years after that, you're like 10 years old in the 90s. You know what I mean? Or maybe a little younger. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Now, if you're being born in the 90s, that means that your parents had to be the kids of crackheads. So let's say that you were already 10, 11, 12, 13 years old in the 80s. Add 10 more years of that, and you're 20, 22, 23, 24 years old in the 90s. And you're starting to have kids. But you really don't know how to raise kids because you didn't have anybody teaching you. Your grandparents was fucking around on drugs or was chased away from the family because they couldn't take it no more. But your parents were crackheads. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody there to teach you. Only the streets could teach you. So you're 22, 23, 24 years old looking for love in all the wrong places. And you think you understand what love is and what you're sitting there saying that you want to give a child something that you didn't have. The fuck? But you still are emotionally challenged because you hadn't gotten over or forgiven a lot of the pain, people that caused you pain as you was growing up. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. So now you have a kid in the 90s and they have so much liberty to do things and to act out and to cause situations that happen. Just think of this little girl, you know what I'm saying, first, second, third grade, going around hitting people and then acting like she was a victim. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that people don't grow out of. Anyway, man, I know that I'm not the smartest person, but I'm not the dumbest person. There's a lot of things that I have researched, and there's a lot more things that I need to research. What I need you to do is to always question everything that I'm saying. Form your own opinion. And please, 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 share it with somebody. Share your opinions with somebody. You never know when somebody is thinking the same thing that you're thinking, but they don't have anybody to talk to. Perfect example. Crank Lucas. He wanted to share his opinion about this. He wanted to share his reaction about this topic. He posted a video. He could have been out running the streets with family or friends or whatever the fuck. But just like me, we're choosing to stay in the fucking house where it's safe. Where it is safe. Just think. We could get out the house and try to have a conversation with perfect strangers. So you walk on a bus that has 15 people on the bus. 9, 8. Let's say it has 10 people on the bus. You're the 11th person. All right? Everybody's scattered around because of COVID. You got a few people with masks on, a few people without masks. And you say, hey, who saw that video about that white chick who swung at a black chick and then tried to play the victim? Maybe 1 or 2 people be like, oh, yo, I seen that shit. But then you got 7 or 8 other people that are just like, shut the fuck up, man. Who cares? Why are you going to come on a bus and try that conversation with strangers? Okay? So, mankind is kind of triggered like that. Back in the day when you played your music too loud, you got a ticket for noise pollution. So just think if you're on a bus, you know what I'm saying, spreading your opinions to people who don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They don't have any right to cause you any physical harm. But they probably have the right to call the police and say that you're, creating disturbing the peace. It's fucked up, man. It's real fucked up. It's real fucked up. But at least folks like Crank Lucas and myself, at least we're giving people an option to hear what the fuck we have to say. We record it, we post it, and we put it out there for anyone to, to choose to watch and listen and to comment. So when I say I appreciate the people who watch my videos, I hope that you understand more and more each time that you're watching my videos, each time that I'm talking to you. I'm hoping I'm explaining the reasons why I'm grateful for the fact that you're watching my shit. And when you let me know that you're watching my shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me know that you're fucking with me. You know what I mean? You either agree or disagree with my thoughts and opinions and shit. Let me know, you know what I mean? Let me know that I'm just not fucking wasting my breath type shit. That goes a long way. It really goes a long way. It's therapeutic. It is very much a therapeutic thing. But I'm going to get off of here, all right? I appreciate you for watching this. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Have a great morning. Have a great evening. Be careful out there. You never know when you're going to be targeted for somebody else's fuckery. You never know when somebody's having a fucked up ass day and they're going to take it out on you. They can do it physically, emotionally, verbally. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. You got to be careful out there. It could be vehicular manslaughter. Somebody can be behind the wheel and just start pounding on the wheel and gritting their teeth and screaming between their teeth and just saying, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Boom, and smack right into the nearest car or 2 or 3 cars. You know what I mean? You just never know. I don't leave the house unless I have to. And I'm fine with that. I love to get out there and go have me some sex. Fuck it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm glad I had all the sex that I had growing up. Because now I'm wise enough to say, yo, it's not worth it. It really isn't. I'm out of here. Peace.